Hi, I'm Patricia Parker. I'm the chairperson of the Department of Biology here at the University of Missouri St. Louis. And unlike many departments of biology across the country, here at the University of Missouri St. Louis we have what is really a traditional biology department that spans the entire gamut of subjects within the field of biology, from processes that are happening inside the cells and genetic transcription and translation, up through ecology and evolutionary studies outside of the cell and out in the world of wildlife conservation. Our undergraduate majors take 2 introductory courses that actually span that entire spectrum, and then they take required coursework in genetics, evolution, and cell biology because they are regarded as foundational to anything you might want to specialize within the field of biology. But our general programs are divided into 2 major programs, the Cell and Molecular Biology program and the Ecology, Evolution, and Systematics programs. Our undergraduate majors take the introductory coursework that's common to both, and then they can take specialty coursework within either of those 2 broader areas. We are initiating 3 tracks within our undergraduate biology majors. One in ecology and conservation, one in pre-health studies, and the third in biotechnology. And within each of those 3 areas, there are specialty coursework that students are encouraged to take in their final years. What I want to do now is to take you to talk to representatives of each of those 2 broad groups, cell and molecular biology and ecology, evolution, and systematics. And what I think is really special about our department is that since almost all of our faculty members are well funded by the National Science Foundation or the National Institutes of Health, we have research opportunities for undergraduates in all of those areas. And it is so important for our undergraduates, beyond just the learning that they might get in the classroom, to actually participate in research, since that's where science really happens. Not only does that give them better insights into what they may think they want to do with a career in biology, but it also gives them a much better relationship, professional relationship with a group of researchers and a faculty member who then can write them a much more powerful letter of recommendation than they could if they only knew them as a face in a classroom. And so we encourage all of our students to take advantage of opportunities for their involvement in research here within the department, and we'll speak to a couple of students who have done just that. Okay, let's go visit one of the faculty members.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Olivas, and I'm a molecular biologist. Here in my research lab, my students and I are studying the pathways by which cells regulate the precise amount of protein that should be made from each gene. In particular, we study a class of molecules called puff proteins, which are found in yeast to humans. Puff proteins are critical in processes such as stem cell maintenance, development, and even long-term memory formation. I have several graduate students that work in the lab, both master's and PhD students, but in addition, undergraduate students have the opportunity to participate in our research activities. I actually teach a biotechnology lab course, which gives students hands-on training in the kind of techniques we utilize in our lab and in the biotech industry. In fact, you can find several of our biology graduates working in several of the biotech companies that are here in the St. Louis area. In addition, students can move through the pre-health track of coursework and move into the fields of medicine or forensics. In addition, students can go on to graduate school for their master's or doctoral degrees. One such student is Joe Russo.
Hello. I actually completed my undergraduate degree here at UMSL, and while doing so I enjoyed the classwork and the faculty very much. One of the classes I actually took was Dr. Olivas' biotechnology class, where I got my first initial hands-on experience doing molecular biology techniques. As a result, I began taking master's classes and also got further experience in Dr. Olivas' lab. I enjoyed that so much that now I am actually a PhD student in the program working at Dr. Olivas' lab.
And now, to introduce us to the conservation biology and ecology, evolution, and systematics side of the department, We have Dr. Robert Marquis, who is the scientific director of the Harris World Ecology Center and a professor in the Department of Biology, and Dr. Patrick Osborne, who is the executive director of the Harris World Ecology Center. And let's let them tell us a little bit about that program.
Well, the Harris Center was formed about 20 years ago, and it was largely set up as a graduate program in collaboration with the Missouri Botanical Garden and the St. Louis Zoo. And recently we've started to involve undergraduate students a lot more, and we now have funding to support them in terms of research projects and also in terms of internships. We have a very nice conservation certificate program that students can join with an organization and do an internship either during the summer or during the normal teaching semester time periods. And we also have opportunities for them to attend courses and research opportunities in parts of the world where our graduate students are working.
So we provide money and connections with organizations to actually do these internships with the Missouri Department of Conservation, for example, or the Department of Natural Resources at various state parks in our area. We also provide support for students to actually get involved in research. And there are a couple of avenues they can do this. They can actually find a lab to join, talk to professors to see what kind of research they're doing, but also talk to us directly about connecting with a conservation organization in the area, and then we'll set up the internship with them. A number of internships are available right now. For example, working with endangered insect species in state parks, monitoring invasive plant species. If you're really motivated student, you can turn this research opportunities into an honors thesis, and an undergraduate honors thesis, which can then be used to beef up your CV and then move on to a graduate program as a student after you graduate here.
We're in my laboratory now, where we study the diseases that are in birds of the Galapagos Islands. We have several graduate students who are working on a number of projects, postdoctoral associates, and undergraduates are a regular part of our laboratory work here as well. This is Dan Hartman, in fact, who was able to work with us in Galapagos, and let's ask him to say a few words about his research experiences.
My name is Dan Hartman. Studying biology at UMSL has been a really good experience for me. I'm able to use all the knowledge I'm learning as I learn it, whether it's helping in the molecular lab or doing research at the zoo or helping as a field assistant in the Galapagos. These opportunities have all helped me to put this knowledge into perspective, which has been very important to me.
Thanks to Dr. Marquis, Dr. Osborne, and Dr. Olivas for showing us their work and telling us about opportunities here at UMSL. We hope that you won't hesitate to be in touch if you have any further questions or want to stop by and visit. Thanks.